I don't think that they're all going to bottom together. So I think Facebook probably is going to be a very different animal, for example, than Alphabet, which I own and I've added to during the course of October. I think the right question to be asking is, will there be an oversold bounce? Have we finally gotten to that point?
Is that what we're getting, right? I mean,
I think,
you opened lower, now you're higher, and most of the FANG names, in fact, all but Amazon are up right now.
Yeah, look, I think big picture, just 34% of S&P 500 stocks are above the 200-day. And only 16% are above the 50-day. And when you look at the washout, it really happened last week when just 10% of the S&P were above their 10-day. That's very rare. So I do think we washed out. RSI on the S&P during this bout of selling actually got as low as 17, which is bananas. 30 is considered oversold. So long story short, I think we've already had a very, very big washout. We should get that big oversold rip. Perhaps this morning we're getting it. Every 3 o'clock has been a selling hour. If that changes today, and we now big picture though, Scott, we have not had 2 back-to-back days of up market in 28 days. That's only happened 6 times since 1960. So if we can break that cycle, get 2 up days,
that's for the
I think
NASDAQ
people
and
get
the
more
S&P,
constructive.
by the way, you haven't had back-to-back gains in a month. All right, Joe. So from the highs, Facebook's down 35, Amazon 27, Netflix 34, Alphabet 21, and month to date. I mean, the carnage is just unbelievable. Facebook's down 14% this month. Amazon and Netflix basically are matching their move from their highs because it wasn't that long ago that these stocks were at their highs.
Yeah, selling off the winners. What happened to the chase for performance?
Is this the moment? Have these things finally bottomed?
Oh, I don't think you could say that they have bottomed right now on October 30th. First of all, tomorrow's
there's going to be a day where
tomorrow's the end of the month. Let's see what happens tomorrow with the end of the month. Next week, where you're going to have an election with an uncertain outcome, and then you're going to follow that up with the potential and the hope that you're going to see significant buybacks return to the market, provide some liquidity. So is the moment today? I don't necessarily believe it is. Is a couple of weeks away where you could buy these names? Potentially. But I go back to what I said before. What happened to the chase for performance? Because that was integral in the story continuing for further appreciation for the market into year end.
Yeah.
I think you've got a lot of stocks that people have a shopping list, Judge. We talk about it on the desk all the time. Clearly, somebody out there has a shopping list, and they've committed a lot of capital to that list. For example, Intel, last week 43.30, this week 47.30, like that. On those earnings, yeah, better than expected earnings and so forth, but it's not just Intel. Vulcan Metals, this thing was at the 52-week low. This morning, it was down in the pre-market by 5%. Now look at it, it's up 12.5%. So there are a lot of people who are throwing out baby with the bathwater. We know that happens when you see washouts, and that's one of the signs of a washout, to Michael Santoli's point. But to what we're seeing right now, there's also a pretty good shopping list buying down there at or near 52-week lows. Facebook is one of those stocks that is basically plumbing, even though it's up only $1.60 from the lows. It is plumbed down to these lows recently.